Psst, check out my Patreon. So Ragnarok and Roll is one of those episodes that features the return of a character from a prior season that wasn't really all that remarkable, yet has somehow warranted another chance in the spotlight. In this case, it's Erica the Red, the Valkyrie that showed up to whisk Jared away during the climax of A Star is Blossom after he read those enchanted words.
My betrothed is mine, and we are in love. Isn't that right, whatever your name is?
It's Jared.
Quiet! The women are talking!
Huh?
Yeah, that Erica the Red. Of all characters to make a return for Season 3, I really don't see why Erica was one of the ones chosen, and all in all, this episode doesn't have much to do, if I'm being honest. This is one of those cases where I'm just reviewing a mediocre episode that doesn't have much bad or good about it, so my apologies if this doesn't come across as exciting as I usually do, but I really can't find much enthusiasm for this one. The episode isn't bad, it's just uninteresting to me personally, especially after coming off of the high that Blundercup gave me, because wow was that a phenomenal episode by comparison. On the bright side, at least the title is creative, so I guess let's do as it says and Ragnarok and Roll. So we begin by getting presented with a soccer match between Buttercup and Bubbles, in which the two are performing shootouts with one another while Blossom referees the match between them, although she does a horrible job at it. Buttercup is attempting to demolish the goal by flying up around multiple planets in space to gather up as much momentum as possible for when she kicks the ball in the net. So yeah, for about 3 seconds there, the show actually remembered she had superpowers, although for some reason Blossom denies her a point despite scoring because she quote-unquote broke physics. Now I don't know about you, but I highly doubt the official rules of soccer dictate that a goal is deemed invalid should the laws of physics be broken. I mean, if anything, I would have just called her out of bounds. Of course, feel free to prove me wrong, maybe there is an official rule out there somewhere, but I have my doubts. Regardless, Bubbles gets a free shot, although because I guess she's not as athletic as Buttercup despite having practically equal strength, she fails to score a successful goal. That is, until a giant meteor comes crashing down and knocks the ball in for her. So Buttercup's not allowed a point because she broke physics, but Bubbles can score perfectly because a meteor crash landed and hit the ball in the net. It's kind of biased, Blossom, don't you think? As you can see, out bursts Erica the Red here, who warns the Powerpuff Girls that she has received an omen that a great evil will soon arise in Townsville, so she has come to help them put a stop to it before it gets out of hand.
I was having most delicious dinner with our top prophet, Trisha the Grey, when she was struck with a horrible vision of the future.
A great evil shall arise in Townsville.
If there's one thing that cartoons have taught me, it's that messages in alphabet soup are some of the most heavily emphasized statements known to man. Erica has sought out Bubbles because she has earned her respect as a tiny warrior after the last time she bested her in combat. Again, nice to see the show tying episodes together without necessarily calling attention to it. I think backseat continuity is a major plus in my book, especially for a show that's more comedic based like this one. It's also amusing to me how Buttercup is viewed as basically nothing to her because of how badly Erica beat her during that same fight. Blossom vouches for Buttercup in saying that all three of the girls are competent enough heroes and totally willing to help her vanquish whatever foul terror is about to plague the city, and Erica has them agree to an oath so that they may be bound by a Nordic contract.
Speak with me in the most righteous fashion. I vow to fight alongside my most cool fellow warriors until the great evil is destroyed, or I myself am sliced into tiny bits and fed to a dragon.
Despite the fact that this sequence goes on for way too long and to where the audience gets the point by the third word uttered, little do the girls realize that this is not as good of an idea as it seems, because chaos quickly ensues once Erica charges into town. As I'm sure you could guess, this is very similar to the premise of In the Garden of Good and Eddie, where the girls bring along this extra fourth wheel and they end up causing way more trouble than they thought they would. Ice cream gets eviscerated, benches get demolished, and a dude loses his entire life savings in the blink of an eye.
Nice car.
Thanks. Spent my life savings customizing it.
Great evil, I will destroy you!
Well, that's gotta suck. I hope he has insurance on that. Erica then bolts straight towards Town Hall without a second thought, where she finds the mayor lounging around bored out of his mind because to him, it's just another day at the office. The girls, struggling to keep up, see Erica grab her battle axe and aims to behead him as she believes this will eliminate the true evil once and for all. Although to me, it's starting to look like she's the great evil. I mean, I don't know why she's targeting the mayor of all people, he's not even doing anything. As you can plainly see, this is just an episode where Erica cannot comprehend the rules of the Powerpuff Girls realm because she was born and raised in her own. The rules work differently there than they do here, and she is failing to realize this. It's kind of a fish out of water story, except Erica isn't the main character. The girls, seeing this, end up capturing her and escorting her to Townsville Prison, which is a location we haven't seen since like, what, Bye Bye Bellum, I think? What an odd location to bring back now after being absent for like 50 episodes. I mean, I could be wrong, I might be misremembering something, but I'm pretty sure it's been that long. After some brief talking to, however, Erica agrees that she will not hurt the mayor because it is as the girls command, although, as I'm sure you can guess, that doesn't really last long, and before they know it, the girls end up whisking her back to prison a second time. Go figure. Why'd Erica even bother promising that in the first place? Like, if anything, she just broke an oath to the girls, but okay. Luckily for the mayor, at least, he finally finds some joy in his life when he receives a package from a discount website that's never given a name, containing a demonic horn of evil proportions. Yeah, he has no recollection of ever ordering this, but then again, neither does the demon who ends up receiving a jar of pickles. Classic mailing mistakes. Gotta love him. Because he's an idiot, the mayor blows the demonic horn and out pops a lava demon, summoned to wreak chaos and destruction upon the land. So I guess this was the great evil that Erica's elders foresaw in their soup, not Erica trying to murder the mayor. Really, when you think about it, Erica was technically right about the mayor being the source of pure evil in the first place, because had she beheaded him right then and there when she had the chance, none of this would have ever happened. He never would have blown this horn, and the lava monster never would have shown up. What the hell, Powerpuff Girls? Erica was right all along, and yet you're calling her out for this nonsense? Well, okay, at the very least I can't blame them because Erica never gave a reason. I think this episode could have been better if Erica was given a premonition of some sort that it would happen at Town Hall, and that she would just assume it's the mayor because he's the one running the government at Town Hall. The fact that the soup doesn't provide a location for the events makes this seem very coincidental rather than purposeful. I think the prophecy being fulfilled by the mayor blowing the horn would have been great because it would have given Erica some more credibility as to why she wanted to kill him in the first place. Erica would argue she needs to defeat the mayor so that he doesn't spawn the demon, and the girls would want to defend the mayor because he's an innocent man who doesn't know any better. I could see a much more complex moral impasse between both sides be interesting, especially when they already swore an oath to work together. Maybe killing the mayor is a little extreme, but Erica is right about attempting to stop him from doing anything. But then again, maybe this is too complex for the reboot to comprehend. This also never gets acknowledged because nobody ever finds out that the source of this monster was the mayor blowing the horn. Nope, nobody ever learns. They just stumble upon the monster attacking downtown after the fact and get blasted with his heat breath. I guess they never bothered to question where he came from in the first place.
Let's go! Wait! Maybe it's one of those good giant evil lava monsters.
But because the girls are physically incapable of putting up a fight for whatever reason, the girls go flying back to Erica and tell her that the real threat has revealed itself, resulting in Erica apologizing for misunderstanding and settling an agreement to team up with her friend warriors in order to take it down.
We are
Friend Warriors!
This Friend Warriors clip was not needed. It really wasn't. I mean, seriously, what is it with this show and its desire to keep making the girls super muscular? It's been happening so frequently for whatever reason since season 2, and I still cannot figure out what the appeal is in it. Who enjoys looking at this? Like seriously, it was in Blossom Cubed, it's in Ragnarok and Roll? I don't get it. But hey, whatever. The four of them quickly rush into battle and attempt to take the monster down, but it doesn't do them any good because it counterattacks and knocks them out in one fell swoop.
Try picking on someone your own size.
Okay, Blossom, and who would that be exactly? The phrase, "why don't you pick on somebody your own size," is usually used to defend someone like a smaller victim by telling the attacker to shift their focus to somebody on their own level, typically implying said person is the speaker. Nobody else here is as big as this guy. I really think a different counterphrase should have been used here. This was a poor choice of words. That is, until Erica, calling her mighty Magisword, or in this case, Warbringer Sword, which is about as large as the cardboard sword that Bubbles used to give her a paper cut. That's the joke, by the way. It's really small. And she uses it to destroy the foul creature after the girls distract it, allowing her to go in for the final kill. Personally, I think it would have been better if this sword was the same cardboard sword that Bubbles used to defeat Erica, but I guess that thought didn't cross the show's mind. And then the day is saved and the Friend Warriors unite for one last time, bringing our story to a close.
Victory! She is ours!
You were awesome!
We are awesome! For we are Friend Warriors!
Oh, and the demon swaps packages with the mayor too.
Come in!
Yeah, anyone here order some pickles?
Yeah, like I said, there isn't much going for this one. Erica can be a little annoying to watch at times, but she's nowhere near the same level as somebody like Donnie or Eddie. At the very least, I can give my compliments to the title for being a pun and an accurate depiction of the word Ragnarok. In Norse terminology, Ragnarok is used to reference a series of events, including a great battle that is foretold to lead to the death of many great figures. I think that title fits the description of this episode, but on a lesser scale. It's a pretty big missed opportunity that the demon in hell isn't him, considering that the character was practically begging to be used here. But no, I guess the show decided that a generic stock demon creature was more interesting for the story instead of the creative, original character that the Powerpuff Girls universe is known for. Ragnarok and Roll is structurally fine, but it just doesn't have very many interesting aspects worth discussing. For that reason, the episode is going to fall into that void of things that I'm going to forget about entirely and never think of again shortly after I finish this review. Heck, I may not even remember making this review 2 weeks from now. I know I've already forgotten making several other videos on my channel, so I can't see how this one would be any different. Yeah, well, I guess this is the end? I'm failing to find a good way to end this off, so, I guess, bye.